Okay, if you're on this video, I'm going to assume one of three things. One, you're a business owner and you can focus on a video for however long this stretches, like 20 minutes. This one's probably going to stretch out a bit to actually learn and to get to at least 10K a day, even if you have a small following like 5 or 10K. Or two, that you're already making decent money, but you're having a lot of headaches in your business, whether that's short rates, close rates, or all of the above, and that you actually want to solve this and start getting higher conversion rates from your existing leads. You want better quality leads that you can actually upsell into higher ticket programs that you actually offer. In which case, I'm going to help you with all three. Let's get into it. How to get where do I pay kinds of leads into your audience base. So, have you ever known those people that have 5K followers on Instagram, but somehow they make 10K a day selling info to that small audience? Why is that? Because they have a specific formula for gaining an audience where 90% plus of the leads are actually qualified and already have 2 to 20K already set aside to actually invest into the offer that they're working on. And they're actually pre-sold on working with them. Most people tell you the Instagram game is about views, but this can't be further from the actual truth, and it holds many info sellers back. Let me explain. Every person I work with in this actual space make like 100x what the average large creator makes with 1/10 of their follower count. And wait for it, 1/10 of their views on each video. But you don't see how much money they're actually making from their content even without all that many views, because their content is optimized for conversions. Let's look at a good example. So sure, the screenshot has over 100,000 views, but that's not as important as the conversion metrics on the actual video. This got 4,500 people into the audience base and as newsletter subscribers. That is a 1 in 26 accounts reach conversion rate, which is insane for any sort of short form reel or anything. For reference, even if you yourself don't have as many great views as like 100,000 or something, let's just say you only reach 5,000 accounts per reel, you would still convert over 190 people into ready-to-go newsletter subscribers or people into your audience base that are more than interested and willing to pay for your offer, which is absolutely insane. This is, again, way above the average video conversion rate. And how does this happen? Because we targeted our ICP that were already existing action takers. This is the goldmine audience strategy that virtually guarantees 10K days or more when you're selling info, because you attract a lot of the right people. And this is backed by 100% math. Let's just say you post 5 to 10 videos for the month that reach 100 to 120K people total on Instagram. Like I said, this doesn't have to all be off of one video. It could be off of multiple. And pretty much you essentially got the same numbers as far as 4,500 total email subscribers or followers from those accounts reached. You will only need around 2% of those subscribers to buy something for, let's just say 3K to hit 9 to 10K days with your existing offer without changing a single thing on the offer, without posting more content than you're already posting, or without adjusting anything of that sort. You will hit 9 to 10K days, virtually guaranteed. And here's a screenshot of an example of the funnel process of the collection. Out of 4,500, you only need 90 buyers a month, which is easily possible, especially when sales systems, marketing processes, and pre-sold marketing sequences are present. You can easily do that. And this is very doable, especially when the leads are your ICP and can easily afford your offer, which is exactly how I market for clients like Nathan Nazareth. So you aren't really trying to get a bunch of views. It's mainly about attracting the right people from your cold traffic in the existing videos you already post and getting actual high conversion rates to your email list or Instagram audience. That's going to make a huge difference. But here's the terrible part, right? Most business owners will never get here even if they post 1 to 3 times a day, which is a lot. The reason? Because their leads won't be pre-sold. They won't trust them, they won't get a lot of action takers, or they will get broke leads that can't afford to work with them in the first place, who come into their audience base or newsletter. Now, I was being very conservative with the 2% conversion rate numbers. If you actually get them pre-sold and they already have money, which is how I actually do for my clients, you could easily convert well more than 2% a month, but we'll get into that later. And the reason why this works is because the messaging and their content isn't strategically packaged for why they aren't pre-sold and such, and they aren't action takers. Why does this matter even? A lot of people started selling high-ticket information products from 2020 to 2024. And this caused a massive trust recession, as there were not only lots of bad actors during this time, but lots of copy-paste looking personal brands. People aren't so trusting of coaching offers because of this era. And the sad part, a lot of people who have good offers and great results have to suffer the after effects of this. And not only that, they are unknowingly fueling the actual problem in the trust recession. Now, this has caused the value you gain per lead, an audience member, or newsletter subscriber that comes into your ecosystem to drop exponentially. People don't want to be sold to, they don't want to get on sales calls anymore, and show up rates and close rates in general, and pretty much the art of how we've known the high ticket space to operate and how we conduct our offers is basically fading away in 2025. And with that being said, Instagram and high ticket coaching is on easy mode if you actually understand this one thing that shifted mainly post-pandemic and how to get past it with strategic brand packaging. This is what you need to understand. A lot of how these things are still taught in the 2020 to 2024 post-recession rate. So a lot of these things are outdated, like just give more free value. Free value isn't how you actually achieve this and how you achieve highly committed leads. In fact, the more free value that you put out into the world, the less of the right type of leads you attract. And this causes your audience to be bloated with lowly committed leads and free info seekers, therefore bringing down the value and purchase rate of your actual audience. Think of these people as the kinds of people who would constantly sample a free trial to a service or software or something, but they never actually end up paying for it. They are the I'm broke, so I'm going to stay on trial and never move to the actual paid offering. I can't afford that. Most people build an audience of these free info seekers by sharing free value instead of free insights with the specific buyer messaging that they need. And this is why most people aren't getting pre-qualified leads and why most people that raise their hands for their info product offering aren't financially qualified, aren't as committed, aka that brings down the show-up rates, that brings down the close rates, and that pretty much creates insane headaches in your actual business. Or these people just simply don't raise their hand in the first place when you post a CTA. And overall, this creates, again, killer headaches for the business owners and causes them to make a fraction of the money they're supposed to make in info from their audience. This is why 99% of the time the culprit for why people with 500,000 followers can barely hit 1K days and why people with 5K followers are able to hit consistent 10K days or more. It's not an offer problem. It's not a setter or closer problem, not a content consistency problem. It's a messaging and packaging problem. Let's talk about getting the right leads that all have money and are committed. This is about one thing and one thing only. Targeting people who have already been buying offers in the past and establishing niche of one positioning. If they have already been buying offers in the past, they probably have money for yours too, and they are much more likely to take action since they've proven their willingness to do so in the past. And these are gold mine leads that will take quick action when you post a CTA and constantly climb the upsell ladder when the opportunity is presented to them. You just need to get them pre-sold on you and why you and only you can get them success and actually make this work. And they only need to be pre-sold on you and they'll pretty much gladly buy any offer that you present them. For the formula of pre-sold leads, follow my 3 elements rule. 1, know the needs of your ICP and what psychologically resonates the best with them. Convey your messaging from you and your own student experiences that coincides with their ICP's psychological needs. Then you just have to correctly pre-handle the objections through these means. What do I even mean by this? What does this mean? Like, what's all this psychology stuff? What's this? What's that? Let me share it with you. Let's take your everyday beginner to the make money online space. And there's two types of decisions these people will buy on. One, will this help me deviate from the norm, their job or school or whatever? Does this offer have novelty to me? AKA, is this packaged in a new way I haven't seen online before? Is the person even presenting this to me a new thing that I haven't really seen before? Does he sound like everyone else? Or is this something new, novelty? Let's break down why these people would make decisions in this actual way. So, if you sell a make money online offer, this is just a basic example, just because I know a lot of people sell these, whether that's Amazon FBA, TikTok Shop, whatever you're actually doing, drop shipping, make money online. They're probably 18 to 30 years old, and they're probably lacking in freedom and experiences. And the cause of this is constantly being forced into the norm. And it's pretty much due to their job or school. They've constantly been forced into this all their lives. They want to break out of it. They're probably a deviant decision maker because throughout their lives, they've already followed the traditional path of going to school and getting a job. And they see everyone doing this, but they themselves hate the position they're in because of listening to all this knowledge. They're likely seeing a lot of online gurus pushing Lambos and all kinds of other successful young people their age, but they have specific beliefs they hold on to given to them from others around them who are still on the traditional path. So pretty much they're held back by those limiting beliefs. And they know they don't want these people lives that are preaching all this stuff as far as go to school, keep the job and everything. They don't want the traditional life, and they want to deviate from pretty much the social norms for the lifestyle conveyed by the actual online guru. In their current state, because of not only their specific beliefs given to them by people they don't want to be like, and because of how typical info sellers market their offers, they feel stuck and pretty much don't know who to trust. This causes them to feel insignificant and to pretty much stay trapped in their current vicious cycle. They value freedom and experiences, but they feel they will never have both because of these reasons. So, think about it. If we resonate to this ICP through their psychology in this way and convey things through personal experiences of how we've done things and how we've overcome stuff, and they're pretty much just going to trust you 100 times more than if we just taught them the next trick of how to do X, Y, Z and gave them surface level, easily Googleable value that they've heard from thousands of other people. This instantly generates novelty and deviates from the typical online guru videos that have constantly caused them to feel stuck and in inaction this entire time, making them way more open and suggestible to your marketing efforts. This will pretty much tell them that you have the real solution to their problems because you spoke to their psychological language and pre-handled their trust problems doing so. This will instantly cause them to be more committed to buying from you than anyone else out there in the info product space. Now you get way more qualified leads, high show rates, and high close rates because they are pre-sold before the sales call, and they will choose you over someone else or anyone else every single time because of this. This is the most important thing to remember when you have marketing and such like this. But again, a lot of people don't know how to do this properly and package their marketing basically like this, or they just don't have time to actually do so. If this is you, I only take a percentage of upside that I generate you. So whatever numbers you're doing right now, if you're doing, for example, 100K in info, I'm not going to take any of your current business, only what I actually bring you from the upside. So if you would like me to actually help you with this whole entire process and such, I do this for people like Nathan Nazareth, and they easily make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month from info products. Book in a call, check the link below, and just see if you're qualified, and I'll get you the help you need. I'll catch you in the next video.